There are basically no changes for 2024 Lexus NX, with the exception of a few different color packages that are available, but it has been redesigned about 2 years ago, so there's no need to change it yet. Now, I've already done the NX250 and the NX350, and what I have for you today is the NX350h, which is a hybrid version of this really popular compact luxury SUV. And today, thanks to Lexus of Sarasota, I'm going to take in a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check out, first of all, what powers up this thing, what's the gas mileage, and explore it in depth to see if it's worth the price tag. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn on that bell notification ring bell, and now let's get back to this. For 2024, we have 3 different trim levels for Lexus NX350h, the base one, the premium, and the luxury. This is the premium one, middle of the line. We'll see what we get with this. Now, all of them share the same exterior, so the sheet metal is going to be the same and the overall look will remain the same. You have this nice flat hood sloping down kind of towards the sides. Very nice, sporty, aggressive headlights. Now, I have one beef with it, and let me tell you why. See those blinking turn signals? It's not LED. It is actually an incandescent light bulb. Not sure why Toyota is doing the combination of it, because you have the bi-LED headlamps, LED daytime running lamps, and the incandescent turn signals. Now, scrolling down here, you have this pretty cool looking trim piece. It's all piano black. You actually have an functional air curtains on the side and the LED fog lights here at the bottom. It looks very nice and sporty. Now, this front grille is not as big as we've seen on some of the previous versions of it. You have the big Lexus logo. This is more of a gunpowder metal, although it matches this cloudburst color really nicely. Nothing too crazy as far as the bottom portion of it, and nothing is out of place. Typical Lexus fashion. But let's see what powers up this thing. And underneath the hood, we'll find the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that's assisted by 2 electric motors, making this an all-wheel drive vehicle. Total system output is 240 horsepower, and it's mated to an eCVT transmission. Toyota calls it an electronically controlled CVT transmission, but I guess there's some big differences because instead of the belts, it's actually using electric motors. So the sporty design continues on the side, of course. Now, it's interesting to know that this vehicle shares the platform with the Toyota RAV4 and Toyota Venza, which Venza sadly is going away for next year, but that's a different video. What we have as far as the wheel and tire setup on this particular one, 18-inch wheels. There's standard equipment with it, multi-spoke, multi-color, pre-cool design. 235 by 60 is the size of the tire, so you have plenty of meat on them. And now, you probably can't see it on this particular one, but you have this matte black cladding at the bottom as well as around the wheel wells, which I think it should be the same color, especially if you're looking at the premium SUVs. As far as the mirrors, you have the turn signals, blind spot assist. There's no cameras on this model. And as far as the door handles, this is the new style door handles, which doesn't pop up from the door. You have a little button right underneath here that you press in order to open it. And, you know, there's a similar setup on the inside. I'll show you that. The window surroundings is in chrome. You have the blacked out pillars right here. Nothing else over here. A couple numbers to remember. 7.7 inches is the ground clearance, and the 183 inches is the total length of this vehicle. So some publications call it a subcompact SUV, others call it a compact one. It's kind of in between. But let's move around the back and see what we have there. Here in the back, you'll find the gate spoiler, which includes the third brake light, shark fin antenna, exposed wiper. Love the lights. Now, unlike the front ones, this is a fully LED light setup, and you have this glowing blade light that goes across the entire width of the vehicle. Lexus spelled out. You have the NX350h all-wheel drive, no exposed exhaust, but overall design looks pretty clean and classy. And if this was equipped with a tow hitch, it is tow rated up to 2,000 pounds. You can pull a jet ski or a small camper maybe. So let's check this out. First of all, let me show you this door handle. I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me give you a better angle. This door handle doesn't move away from the door. There's a button underneath here. You press it and see the whole thing move. So it's a little bit different than on all the other vehicles. Now, we've seen it on other Lexuses before. Let's take a look at the rear door panel. Right here, right on top, you have the nicely trimmed speaker. Now, they call this trim prism. It looks pretty good. You also have this Nulux trimmed inserts on the door, and this is all soft plastic, so definitely premium materials used on this one. You also have your lock and unlock feature, and here it is. This is that door handle on the door. You push it to open, but in case this didn't work, you can double pull it and it's going to work just like a regular door handle. And so you have a little bit more storage at the bottom of the door. And let's take a quick peek on the interior. Storage in the backs of the seats for both driver and passenger, and then you have your own vents, which is a really nice for the vehicle this size. You also have the USB Type-C, two of them, and the 12-volt power outlet in the back. Slight bump, pay attention to this in the middle here. And then as far as the fabric that's used in here, that's actually called Nulux, which is a Lexus man-made leather. Decent looking seats. Probably wouldn't be my color of choice, but there are other colors that are available. In the middle here, you have the console with the cup holders, looking pretty sharp, comfortable. Well, let me get inside, see if there's any room here. And as always, let's check out the roominess in the back seat. I have plenty of headroom. Now, I am 5'11.5", not like I've been telling you before, 6 feet. So I must have shrunk with age, but I have plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder room. The seats are comfortable. And as far as the knees, we'll see for yourself. And here's the knee room. So yes, they're touching, they're against the back of this seat, which is adjusted to my regular driving position, but manage your expectations. We're looking for a compact or subcompact SUV. And we can't forget about the door sound test. Wow, that always impresses. Lexus build quality, great. You know, as far as the front door panel, pretty much similar as in the back. You still have this prism trim. You have the 3 memory seat settings, window mirror lock control, same door handle, and a bit more storage underneath here. You also have a speaker that's built inside of here. Now, on the door sill, you have Lexus spelled out, power adjustments of both driver and passenger seats. The front seats are a lot more bolstered than the real ones, but they're very comfortable as well. And one thing to mention, that it does have the tilt and telescoping power steering adjustments, and on the left hand side you are able to open the gate or open the gas tank. Now let me jump inside. I'll show you the rest of this interior. Here's the interior of this 2024 NX350h. Very Lexus-like, very premium, very plush, soft materials all over the place. The steering wheel is very nice to the touch. It's thicker in the right places to help with the grip. It's stitched at the bottom here. It's leather wrapped. The Lexus logo is in satin finish, as well as the trims on the side and the pedal shifters in the back. Now let's see what's going on in here. So this one has a head-up display. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I can start playing with the buttons on the steering wheel, and it shows up what I'm doing on the head-up display, which is important so you don't have to take your eyes off the road. So this basically can control your radio, seek track, and then the telephone, and of course you have the volume button, and this what changes the mode from the telephone to the radio or the media controls in here. Now on the other side we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and then you can control this as well as you can control display. So you have the fully digital instrument cluster, and if I go as far as the display, you can see right in the middle there there's some changes in here. So EV driving ratio, okay, FM, this is basically your source of the media, compass, and then you have your G meter, blank, adaptive cruise mode, and back to your trip meter here. So this is what you can customize in here. I kind of wish there was a little bit more of customization, and I think the display adjusts as far as which mode I'm in. I'm going to check that out, but let's take a look. So what we have, so this is a hybrid vehicle. So on the left hand side of this middle dial you have charge, eco, and power to see where the power is coming or going. On the right hand side you have the fuel gauge, on the left hand side you have the temperature gauge, and in the middle you have the speed. So switch it to the sport mode. That changes to a little bit more aggressive look, but nothing other than that changes other than the background color. So you have the normal, eco, and sport. Those are the three driving modes, and these are the changes that you'll see on the display. Now, as far as this screen right here, it does not come standard with the premium package. You have to go for the luxury to get it, or you can get it as a standalone option. It's about $1,200. I think it's money well spent. This is a huge 14-inch screen, and I think it's a huge improvement as far as what Toyota and Lexus done to their current generation models. So yes, I want to cancel setup right now. What we have here, so navigation is subscription based. So this is a cloud-based navigation. You have to subscribe to it, or you can use your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, which both have wireless connection capabilities. As far as the media, you have the AM, FM, and Sirius XM. Then the phone, there's no phones connected here. As far as the vehicle history, 72 miles on this vehicle. This is the trip range actually, so we have 72 miles left on here. As far as the history, probably not going to be anything on it because, yeah, 22.6 miles per gallon. A lot of it was in the parking lot, so I'm not surprised here. And clear data and maybe see what we're going to get on our short test drive. And let's go back to vehicle settings. So this is your trip information. Then you can go to the general settings here, personal info, Bluetooth and devices, general notifications, Wi-Fi display, screen, camera display, different settings for the camera basically. Vehicle customize, let's see what that is. Let's see what the light says. Auto on sensitivity, auto off timer, daytime running lights, auto off timer, etc. Illumination, theme, silky white. You can change that actually. Yeah, that's interesting. Except I don't know where this would be since I don't do these reviews at night. I would assume it's probably somewhere behind the trims on the side and maybe an illumination inside of the door handles. But you can change that. You can change different colors, as you can see. You can do it all zones, or you can do it by zone, front, rear, foot. Yeah, so definitely there is some customization in here, which is really nice. Steering switch, left side, right side options. All right, so I guess the same program is done for both the right and left side steering wheel. So if it's on the right, all right, so everything's going to be displayed on the different side here. Steering switch, let's see what that is. Left side. All right, so this is what controls basically what these buttons are on the left. And layout, so you have the audio, you can have a climate control, you can have a custom one. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know there's so much customization. So you can have audio mode, power, temperature, all these options you can assign to any of the buttons on the steering wheel, which is really, really good. Same thing you can do for the right hand side. And here are your options. Winter gloves mode. Not sure what that is. Oh, this is probably so the buttons are sensitive to you wearing gloves. That would make sense. Door control, boarding and exit, seat slide full, steering column tilt. Yes, this is a nice feature. It's going to give you the maximum room to get in and out of the vehicle. Climate, utility. All right, so we've seen this system before, definitely more advanced than the previous one. The bottom portion of the screen is your climate control settings. You have the dual zone climate control on this vehicle. You can see that's all automatic. You can sync it, unsync it, control it separately. You can also turn the volume off. You have the front window defogger, rear window defroster. Scrolling down here, you have your drive mode settings, and this is a pretty similar theme that's going on with this curve, like we've seen, for example, like on the Camry. Let's put it in reverse because I want to see what the rear view camera looks like. Actually, it's not bad. It takes up most of the screen. It has the active trajectory lines. You see the warnings here that you can hit it. You can also turn on that notifications as far as the voice here. Let's see. All right, boom. So now it notifies you both visually and audibly right here. Turn that off. Come on. So sensitive. Oh yeah, now we have this off, which is good. Two different angles as far as the wide angle and narrow angle as far as the camera. One thing I didn't mention, going through the climate control, you have the heated and ventilated front seats. Here's your climate control. Let's put it in park. See what else. You can extend this climate control and open up the entire screen. So you have the climate concierge, adjust comfort devices automatically by auto. You have an S flow, eco, heat, cool, and De-Icer. And turn those mode manually. And here it is. You can adjust the fan speed, volume, power knob. Scrolling down here, you have vans. We already talked about the modes. I also have the wireless charging pad, USB Type-C, USB Type-A. A bit more storage in here, fairly shallow though. You have two big cup holders. Definitely a hybrid-like gear shifter. Right, put it in reverse, go to the left and the front. Put it in drive, same thing to the back. Put it in neutral, just move it to the left and hit the park button. One of these buttons here, this is the traction control off. And here's your trail mode. That's interesting that it has it. EV mode, brake hold, and then you have the electronic parking brake. All right, you can open this on either way, depending on who's trying to reach inside of it. There's more storage underneath. And then we have the digital mirror on this one, which is a really nice feature, especially if you have somebody sitting in the back. Right now, it's not a big deal. You can see the visibility is not bad. But somebody sits in there and it's covered, you turn this on. You also have your home link system inside of here. And then you can adjust different settings as far as the brightness of the camera and, you know, the home link system. You can adjust the zoom, the tilt, the pan, all of that stuff you'd like to. And up on top of here in this console, you have the SOS switch. You can control the lights with the door like it is right now. Open the sunroof. All right, this is the tilt portion of it. So I have to close it. Let's see. I have to close it first. This is a manual sunshade here and the regular, not a panoramic sunroof. And then you can also slide it. Oof, the sun is bright today. Slide it closed. The cover, manual adjustments on here, and as far as the visors, they're nicely illuminated. They have the mirrors in them as well. So this is the interior of it. Let's quickly touch base on the price and take it for a spin. That are available. So it's important to mention that there's 4 different engine options on 2024 NX. There's an NX 250, 350, 350h, and 450 Plus. Each of them have a different engine. Now, the NX with the gasoline only engines are available in the front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive NX 350h. All of them are all-wheel drive. Same thing with the NX 450 Plus. Those are hybrids, and that 450 Plus is a plug-in hybrid. I've done the 250 and 350 in a separate video, so you can refer to that as far as the different pricing and options. Let's focus on the 350h that I have for you today. Starting at $45,115, it comes standard with the all-wheel drive. That's an important thing, and that's important. That would probably about $2,000 options on the basic one, and then you can have a hybrid for just a little bit more. So the premium package that I have for you today added $3,000 to that base price, and in addition to that, I have several different options that I'm going to list in the description of this video so you know what I'm driving. The premium package that adds basically, let's see what it says, the heated ventilated front seats, memory system for driver's seat, black prism interior trim, power tilt and slide moonroof, power rear door with kick sensor, rain sensing windshield wipers, power tilt and telescoping steering column, intuitive parking assist with automatic braking. So one thing that for sure wasn't a part of this is that 14-inch Lexus interface. That was about $1,200 options. There's a couple other ones that I'm going to list in that description. So that's $3,000 option. But if you want to go all out and have the leather seat standard with the 14-inch screen, nicer wheels, you can go for the luxury package. That's $6,140. So that would make the starting MSRP of just over $51,000 on the luxury one. Again, Lexus USA has a really nice configurator, so you can go and play around with it, see which options are important to you or not. But as I always recommend, go find yourself a really knowledgeable salesperson. Tell them what you need and they'll be able to assist you further, maybe pointing out that sometimes going to a higher trim level would make more sense, as a lot of the equipment will come standard rather than trying to pick a separate options on that. Now let's see how it drives. Now this is not the fastest one. Now, as a matter of fact, the 350 is faster. 0 to 60 on the 350 is about 6.6 seconds. On this one's about 7.2 seconds, which is just slightly quicker than the 250, but not nearly as quick as the 450 Plus with 302 horsepower engine. Now, if that's confusing, that's because it is, and I'm not sure what the reason for all of these options are, but I guess to each their own. It feels really nice and quiet. Starts off with the electric mode. Let's see, as far as the suspension here, ooh, we have quite a bit of that body roll, so typical Lexus-like. Let me flip it over to the sport mode. It doesn't really change much. The steering wheel still feels very light, maybe just a little too light for my taste. But not everybody is buying the vehicles based on their performance numbers. Most people will buy it based on the maintenance cost, the looks, the initial price, the reliability and dependability. And if that's what you're looking for, you'll definitely find this to be a top-notch vehicle. Nice and smooth. Pretty quiet on the inside. However, I can hear quite a bit of that road noise coming from the outside. Now we'll see, maybe we'll get on a different surface road, it's going to disappear. Merge in traffic. Oh, that's plenty for regular driving. Yeah, it was definitely the road, because it's much quieter on this nicer surface here. We definitely have some regenerative braking going on in here, but let's see, you know, as far as the performance, we're at 0 here. Let's hit it. We get it up to 60 miles per hour. It's a little confusing with this ECVT transmission, because you really don't feel the gears shifting, but it was pulling all the way through. It's definitely, you know, mid 7 second, something like this, 0 to 60. Like I said, Lexus on their website says 7.2, probably very close to it. So it's not bad for daily driving. Try it again. This time, let's do the manual shifts. Downshift, upshift. All right, we're back at 60. It definitely pulls. You can definitely hear some of that engine noise, but not bad at all. And as far as the daily driver, you wouldn't have any complaints with it. So unless you're looking for performance, you might look at some of the German vehicles like a BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. But for the regular daily driving, perfect. Very comfortable, very user-friendly, if you will, and I like it. And to top it off, you get 39 combined as far as the gas mileage, 41 in the city, 37 on the expressway. So that's definitely a cherry on top of that cake that you'll get with this hybrid vehicle. Now, I haven't done the NX450 Plus, which is a plug-in hybrid. In my personal experience, those are always the coolest, because it combines the power with the efficiency, and that one gets up to 37 miles on all electric drive range. and 302 horsepower instead of 240 like on this one. So definitely in the same body, fairly similar weight, it's going to be a lot more engaging and fun to drive. So out of the 4 different engine choices that are on the NX, I've already done 3 of them, including this one. This would be my personal choice. It's got enough power to merge in traffic, get you going. It's also got the excellent gas mileage. Now, if you are looking for more engaging driving, maybe look at some German competitors, but this is perfect for what this vehicle is made for. And as far as some people complaining about, hey, this is just a dressed up Toyota RAV4, well, you probably haven't driven this and the RAV4 in the same day. And if you haven't, do that and put it in the comment section below and see what you think. Because if you are able to drive both of these vehicles, you know, back to back, you'll definitely feel the difference, not only in the ride quality, but in the comfort and convenience features. So yes, you will spend more on the Lexus than on the RAV4, but you also get your money worth, in my opinion. Now, if you have a different opinion, you're entitled to it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. And if you did, then I've done my job. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give me a like, hit that bell notification, ring bell, so you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. And I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.